नाम और रोल नंबर भर देना, सो दैट डेटा अपने आप इकट्ठा हो जाए. ठीक है, फिर आई विल फॉरवर्ड द लिस्ट टू द कंसर्न टीचर्स. इज दैट क्लियर टू एवरीवन?
Yes, ma'am.
That will be easier for you all as well as for us. Okay. So yesterday we started with the last unit, the 5th unit of our syllabus. So we started with packaging, okay, and we discussed the objectives of packaging. Now today we'll start with the differences
Ma'am, please
between.
increase the font.
Huh?
Ma'am, please increase the font size.
One second. Okay. So differences between packaging and packing. So I briefly discussed yesterday what are the basic differences between packaging and packing, but now we see point wise what differences we can point out. So often people consider both packaging and packing to be same and use both in the same sense, but there is difference between the two. Packing requires closing of products in containers or wrappers, while packaging also involves manufacture and use of these containers and wrappers. Thus packing is really a part of packaging. So packaging is, as I explained yesterday, packaging is the very initial packet in which the actual product is stored, and packing is the packing up of multiple units of similar product in a bigger box or a container. Then characteristics of packaging. The main purpose of packaging is to deliver the goods safely during different stages of delivery and provide assurance of use. Okay, so main purpose is so that the product is safe and does not get damaged in transportation or distribution. Then labeling and branding. So labeling and branding is also a part of packaging. As we have seen in all the products, the packaging holds the information related to the brand, the company, the details about the product, okay, the name of the product, the nutritional values, the MRP, the expiry date, everything is mentioned on the packaging. So labeling and branding are almost automatically incorporated into the packaging, because the label is placed on the package and the brand is usually attached to the label. Then there is a difference between packaging and packing. Packing virtually involves closing the items in containers and wrappers, while packaging involves the manufacture and consumption of containers and wrappers. Then packaging is a group of product planning activities related to the manufacture or design of the packing material, that is containers and wrappers, and packing of goods. So packaging is part of the production process, and the producer or the manufacturer has to make sure to produce the packaging material and print the labels, etc. Packaging is an art and science, so it takes a lot of work in designing the placement of the fonts, the labels, etc. on the packaging, and the color, the texture, the design that is to be incorporated. All these things are part of packaging. So it involves the art or artistic aspect and There is science involved as well, because it is a step by step process, it is a systematic process, plus the type of material that is used in packaging also has to be compatible with the product that we are placing inside it. Then next is classifications of packaging. How many types of packaging are available? So packaging product line. Packaging product line. The packaging product line is one according to which the institution adopts a single design, color and size package of the packaging of all goods in a category. It is also called family packaging. Okay, so packaging product line involves packaging of similar products in one package. Okay, so maybe products of the same type or same color, size, same features or same flavor. Then reuse packaging. Reuse packaging is that which emphasizes the use of packaging material, that is cans and containers for packing goods, which can be used for storing other goods by the consumer. Such packaging helps the consumer in repurchasing and remembering the brand. So a lot of goods, more durable and expensive goods, come in boxes or containers that we can use for storing other products as well. The best example is maybe good quality cookies come in tin boxes, okay, or the cold drink bottles that we use for storing drinking water in the refrigerator, etc. These are reuse packaging. So they design packaging in such a way that you can reuse the packaging for storing other items. Then multiple packaging. It is this is the packaging following which multiple units of goods are packed in a single container. The units to be packaged can be different or of the same type. Due to this, packaging expenses are reduced and it is possible to sell more. It should be adopted for packaging of items for everyday use. It is not suitable for items which are used sometimes. So products which are of regular usage are stored in one container to reduce cost of packaging. So you can see the examples can be toffees or candies. They are packaged in bottles, plastic bottles. So maybe a pack of 100 or 200. I am still explaining, Kathy. Please be patient. Okay. So multiple packaging. The examples can be candies, or even nowadays you get those wafers that are packaged in one plastic bottles or packets or boxes. Even chocolates are sold in multiple pack of multiple chocolates. Okay. So that is multiple packaging. Then consumer packaging refers to the packaging in which the product is actually available to the consumer. Small boxes of tin, glass bottles and vials. Vials means they are also similar to bottles, like we get cough syrups, etc. in small bottles, plastic and glass bottles. So they are known as vials. and cardboard boxes, plastic boxes, etc. are used for such packaging. So consumer packaging refers to the packaging in which we receive the products, like you can get juices in bottles, okay, cold drinks in glass bottles. Then if you purchase say pastries or cakes from bakeries, you get it in a cardboard box, okay. So it is the immediate packaging, and inside of which there is the actual product that we have bought. So they are known as consumer packaging. Then transit packaging. Packaging is done to transport products from their production centers to the distribution center. It is called route packaging, okay. So transit packaging is also known as route packaging. In such packaging, many products which are in the form of consumer packaging are opened and sealed in a larger package. Some scholars also refer to route packaging as distribution packaging. So this can sometimes be confused with packing as well, okay. So packaging is when the manufacturer tries to secure multiple units of a product in one box, or maybe a packet, or wrapping it up in plastic polythenes, okay. So transit packaging is basically when the manufacturer packages the product in such a way that multiple units can be transported easily without breakage or damage. Then characteristics of a good package. So if we are packaging a product, what should we keep in mind while we are trying to package the product, okay. What all characteristics should be included in the package? So a good package should have the following characteristics. Convenience, so obviously it should be easy to handle. Reminding, so they should remind the consumer of the brand name, the product name, etc., so that multiple units can be purchased by the consumer. Useful, so after the use of the product, packaging also proves useful, like dalda and rat ghee cans can be used for keeping other household items after use. So a lot of products are sold in bottles, like pickle bottles, jam bottles. We tend to reuse these bottles, okay, at home. A lot of you may have seen your mothers or family members using these kind of packages after the product inside them has been used. So that is the benefit, that it should be useful. The packaging should be useful. Then product image. So the packaging should be such that it improves the image of the product. Like some companies use eco-friendly material for packaging, okay. Some companies even mention more and more details or nutritional values or benefits of using a product, so that helps in improving the product image. Then security. Security means the protection that the packaging offers to the product. So it should be sturdy enough so that it can protect the product inside. Then purchase obligation. It should force the customer to purchase the product. So the packaging should be such that it should be attractive and should be good enough for attracting the customer, so that they can purchase the product. Then to awaken the desire, the package should be such that the desire of getting the product in the mind of the customer is fed. So we should be compelled. Sometimes the packaging is so attractive that we are compelled to buy the product. The product inside may not be as appealing or as satisfying as we may have thought about, but the package is are designed in such a way that we are attracted to it. Okay, mostly kids products or the products that are targeted towards kids, maybe chocolates or candies or biscuits, they are packaged in similar ways. Then generating interest, which can so package should be such that can generate interest in the product of the customer and maintain it. So packaging sometimes people purchase jams and pickles in order to get the actual bottle of for usage later on. Okay, then identification, the package should be easily identifiable. Okay, so every brand usually creates a different sort of packaging or brand color or image or logo in order to differentiate itself from other similar items. Okay, so identification is also very important. Like you may have seen that if one product or one brand becomes successful, similar brands start packaging their products in similar colors or similar ways. Okay, like the best example can be Bisleri. Bisleri is the most successful packaged water brand. Okay, but after its success, a lot of other companies had started using that patented blue color of Bisleri bottles. So Bisleri changed their color from blue to now they have a nice turquoise green color. Okay, but other companies have also started copying that color as well. Okay, so identification is important. Then attention, package should be such that attracts the attention of the people. This feature of the package is particularly important in modern competitive times. So every package should have the required amount of information that the customer may need in order to take the purchase decision. Okay, so these are the characteristics of a good package. Then the basic functions of packaging are, what are the functions that it should be performing? Profit possibilities, differentiation, identification, storing. So these are similar points that we have already discussed in the previous slides. Okay, so I'm not going to describe it again. So profit possibilities, basically packaging should be such that it should attract more and more customers or compel the customer to purchase our product again and again. Okay, so obviously if sales increase, the profits will come. Differentiation, we just discussed differentiation, identification, storing, essential information, advertising, convenience in facilitating marketing functions and protection. Okay, so all these points we have just discussed. Next we come to packing material. Okay, so packing material is also important. What kind of material should be used in packaging is important in order to maintain the The material used in packaging should have the following characteristics. The material should have protective power. The packaging material should have the power to protect the item from leakage, decay, breakage, etc. Okay. Then attractive. The material used in packaging should be attractive in appearance. Okay. Like if we store all the products in depressed colors or brown packets, then it will not be as effective or as attractive as it should be. Then convenient for the consumer. I don't understand कि आप लोगों की क्लास के बच्चों को इंग्लिश समझ में नहीं आती है या वो इम्पोर्टेंट मैसेजेस पढ़ते ही नहीं हैं. even after posting the Google form link, they have continued to send their names and roll numbers in the group non-stop. I don't understand MCOM में आने के बाद स्टूडेंट्स इतने स्टूपिड कैसे हो सकते हैं. So convenient for the consumer. The packaging material which is used and the packets made from it will fulfill the needs of the customers and make them comfortable. So it should be easy to use. It should not be difficult like earlier. A lot of canned products that come in packed in cans, they were very difficult to open it. Okay. So recently they have tried to take steps in order to simplify the process of opening the can. Now the canned products like you can get Haldiram Gulab Jamun in cans, you can get condensed milks in cans. So when they have provided that cut to open the can easily. Then economical packaging, and also in all products like even biscuits and chips etc., you get that zigzag cuts at the end. That is to simplify the process of opening the package. Okay. Then economical. So this is very important. The packaging material that is used should be economical. One second. Packaging material or packing material should be inexpensive and should be used for domestic and other uses. So a lot of companies that used to package their products in glass bottles or glass jars earlier, they have recently shifted from glass jars to plastic or fiber jars. Okay, because of lesser cost. Okay, or making it more economical. Then free from chemical side effects. So the item or the material that you're using should not be such that is harmful to the health of the consumer. Okay, so packaging material should be conformed to the standards made by the health safety officer, and no chemical side effects should be produced from it. So like the government has banned the use of single-use plastic, okay, because that was very harmful and it used to emit or even release some kind of toxic chemicals into the products that were stored inside it. So now all the products you may have seen have a silver lining or coating inside of it. So that is how they are trying to protect us from any of such chemical side effects. Okay, the following types of materials are used in packing of the food items, like tin cover, polythene, glass covers, then polylaminate pouches. Polylaminate pouches, you may have seen that some of the namkeens etc. come in packages which are in silver on the inside, so that they are polylaminate pouches. Then aluminum foil, so everyone knows aluminum foil. Okay, so this is everything about packaging. Okay, next a part of packaging is the branding of the product. Okay, main information or communication to the consumer is through the packaging of the product. So next topic we will cover is the brand. Okay, so this will start tomorrow. Okay, does anybody have any questions related to it?
No, ma'am.
तो गर्ल्स प्लीज़ आप लोग अपने क्लासमेट्स को प्लीज़ इन्फॉर्म देम कि गूगल फॉर्म जो मैंने भेजा है दैट इज़ फॉर योर कन्वीनियंस, कि आप उसमें अपना नाम और रोल नंबर डाल दीजिए. सो आपको बार बार अलग अलग जगह पर अपना रोल नंबर और नाम देने की ज़रूरत नहीं पड़ेगी, तो आपका डेटा एक बार में कलेक्ट हो जाएगा. मेरे पास, ठीक है, एंड देन आई फॉरवर्ड द सेम डेटा टू द कंसर्न टीचर। तो उस फॉर्म को सब लोग फिल कर लीजिए, ठीक है, जिन्होंने नाम दे दिया है वो भी फिल कर दो, तो मुझे लिस्ट की ज़रूरत नहीं पड़ेगी, ठीक है।
ओके मैम।